Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Today, I got a great video planned out for you guys. It's not actually going to go probably the exact way I wanted it to go, but I think it's a good video, only because there was a lot of conversation on a video that I did the other day about Bitcoin, gold, silver, and just money, essentially. And so I wanted to talk a little bit today about the actual fundamentals of money, the actual properties that money has to have to be classified as money. Now, I know everybody recognizes money as dollars. If you're in the stacking community and you've been watching the videos for a while, then you understand that money is gold and silver. And if you are outside of the stacking community, maybe you recognize cryptocurrency as real money. And I guess in a sense, money can be anything that people consider it to be. And the question is, does it actually meet the properties, the fundamental properties of what is actual money? So if you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, let me know. You can say dollars, gold, silver, or Bitcoin. If you would, everybody just comment that one word in the comments below. Any of the four, whichever one you think is money. You can either comment it now if you already think you know, or you can comment it at the end. Just a short, sweet word just to get the comment in there, and that way I'll know what you guys are thinking. So, real quick, in order for something to be classified as money, a lot of people know it has to be a medium of exchange. Now, I'll be honest with you, pretty much all four of them can be considered as a medium of exchange. I know some people might make an argument you can't go to Walmart and use Bitcoin, you can't go to Walmart and use gold or silver. There might be a few people out there that might say yes, you can if you have the right apps or the right credit cards, because there are credit cards now out there. Excuse me, I had to cough. I'm catching a cold, so I don't know what it is. Probably lack of sleep. I haven't been sleeping much at all lately. I know some people might say that there's credit cards out there that using them credit cards, it's tied to gold or it's tied to silver or it's tied to cryptocurrencies, and it's just, you know, selling just what you need to end up doing it. But we're talking a medium of exchange. Pretty much everything probably meets that description, depending on your viewpoints. Unit of accountability. Now, definitely all of them can be a unit of accountability because you can exchange 1 ounce of gold, 1 ounce of silver. You know how many there are. You could exchange a Bitcoin. You know how many there are. The blockchain. That's one of the things I really do love about Bitcoin is the blockchain technology. It really does advance where we're at. I mean, in the old days, you know, think about it. You had to mail a check. And then after that, then what? Then you had to do maybe a wire. We got it more advanced to where we could just do a wire someone some money. But even wires take time. With cryptocurrencies, I'll be honest, it's pretty cool because it's fairly instant. Someone can have the money verified and everything within a few minutes tops. So that is one of the big things that I do like about cryptos. The portability. Obviously, there's nothing easier to move than Bitcoin. Unfortunately, I mean, yeah, you can move gold and silver. You can carry it. It can get pretty heavy if you're moving silver, depending on how much you want. But Bitcoin, I'd have to say, portability definitely has the advantage on that one. Durability, I guess, you know, this is where it gets funny. Durability, basically, is it going to fall apart? Is it going to melt? Anything like that? When it comes to durability, obviously gold and silver are going to be here to last. That definitely is a win on that. Currency, it's kind of durable. You can put it in your pocket. You can hold it for a while. But gold and silver is going to be here in 20,000 years, long after everything is gone, you know. So that definitely I have to give to gold and silver. With cryptocurrencies, I can't give durability to cryptocurrencies because essentially it relies too much on the power grid. And let's be honest, today we know that the power grid is probably most countries' biggest weakness, especially here in the United States. But then again, if you've traveled anywhere around the world, you've seen some crazy power line setups where just hundreds of people are tapping into the lines and just to get it done, essentially, to get power. Divisibility. So divisibility is pretty much all of them are divisible. I mean, an ounce of gold can be broken down into smaller fractional gold. Same with silver, same with $100 bill, same with cryptocurrencies into Satoshis. So pretty much all of them does have that divisibility. Fungibility. So when you're dealing with fungibility, obviously the ability of a good or an asset to be readily exchanged for another asset of some kind, whether that be trading in a gold coin or a Bitcoin for some beef or whatever. One of the things that I do think about is, well, when you get into Bitcoin, but I guess someone could make the same argument on gold and silver. Right now, a lot of people in the world believe that dollars are money. And in order to exchange it, you can hunt down. I've done videos before where I have taken silver into a store and actually used it to get stuff. And I have actually seen people do the same thing with Bitcoin. Well, not Bitcoin, but other cryptocurrencies where they have just exchanged that amount of crypto and to another person's wallet. It takes a little work, but it can be done. So you got to kind of give it credit for that too. The biggest thing that I think that's important, though, is a store of value. That's one that a lot of people actually will kind of neglect, I guess you can say, because, you work hard and you make fiat dollars because that's what the majority of the people will give you. But is it really a store of your wealth? Obviously not if a Morgan dollar was $1 and now you have essentially a paper dollar. You can see that Morgan dollar clearly has gone up in value because silver is a store of wealth. When you're dealing in paper, you can clearly see that the paper has gone down in value because, think about it, a dollar bill from 40 years ago does not buy you the same amount of product that a dollar bill today will buy. I mean, I remember just when I was a kid being able to go to the store and get a can of soda and a candy bar for $1. Now you are extremely lucky if you can get a can of soda for $1 flat. You're probably not going to even be able to do it. You're definitely not going to get a candy bar for $1, I don't think. So a lot of people forget about that store of wealth, and I think that's important because I want to be able to put away a certain amount of money and I want it to be there. I don't want the bar from my retirement to keep moving. And what I mean by that is, let's say, 20 years ago, if I was to say, how much do you need to retire? You might have said 100,000. Well, now you think about your retirement. Will $100,000 cover your retirement in today's world, today's prices? It's like saving for a trip, and every day the trip is going up in price. And that's exactly what's happening if you're holding dollars. Now, I will say, if you're holding cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or if you're holding gold and silver, well, those are going up in value. The biggest thing, though, that always worries me, and I know a lot of people have commented in that recent video where I talked a lot about Bitcoin and gold and silver, is the fact that it hasn't really been around a long time. Someone said, you got to give it credit. It's been around. It's not like it's been around a couple days. It has been around a little while, but only 2008. That's not really a long time in the grand scheme of things. You're talking roughly 15, what are we talking? 15 years maybe? Maybe 17 years, right around depending on the exact, who knows exactly what month it came out. I mean, it might have even came out in 2007, but it really wasn't talked about and used. And actually, I take that back. There are some people out there that will say you can trace the actual first transaction of Bitcoin. So I guess they do know it was 2008. But, that's not really a long time. When you compare that on a scale of the U.S. dollars, the U.S. dollar even has been around, 100 years almost. And gold and silver, though, definitely takes the cake. I mean, it's been around for thousands of years, and it's probably not going to go anywhere because it will still have value. At a certain point in time, someone might find some paper bills years down the road and say, what are these? Oh, those are what they used to use for money. And people will laugh at that. And maybe they'll laugh because they'll be using digital money. Or maybe they'll laugh because they'll understand by that point that gold and silver is here to stay. And enough lessons have been learned to know that essentially gold and silver is the only form of money. Now, when I say that, I have to say this, over time, people forget the lessons because people pass away. You take a look at the lessons of we'll say the Great Depression. A lot of people around the world don't really remember them lessons. There are a handful of people that will remember the Great Depression or the later years of it. You take the lessons of, we'll say, the Civil War. I mean, them lessons are gone. You take the lessons of the Roman Empire, a lot of those lessons are gone. As you go further back on the time scale, you're going to have less and less people that really know the history. And that's why some people believe that, if you really study history, you really understand where we're going. Because history does seem to generally repeat itself. And that's why I done that video the other day about the 1929 and the Roaring 20s and then the 1929 crash and then the Great Depression. Because it feels almost like we're there now. And, a lot of people are pro-Bitcoin that follow the channel. A lot of people are pro-gold and silver that follow the channel. Me personally, at this point in time, I am only pro-gold and silver. Now, yeah, I mean, real estate obviously is good, but there's a few problems with real estate that I see. The fact that now they are literally abusing the tax system and charging more and more in property taxes. So hopefully everybody did get a minute to comment what they think the best money is. I love to read the comments, and who knows, I'll probably end up tallying them up and see who chose what, because there are a lot of people that are going to say Bitcoin. And I think it's important that we all know and, respect other people's beliefs, but try to make reason with people, because honestly, when you have conversations amongst each other, it makes it even easier to really start to see other people's point. There's a lot of people out there that are just closed-minded and they've already got their mind made up, and that's it. And you don't learn like that. You have to be open. And so any comments anybody wants to put, at a bare minimum, please put source or start your comment out, especially if it's a long comment, because it's getting hard to keep up now with all the comments. But at least start your comment with one of those 4 words. US dollar or fiat dollars or dollars. You can just say cash, whatever. Cash, gold, silver, or Bitcoin. I'm curious to see what the majority of people say. And I'm really curious to see, I think it will be a toss-up between gold and silver. You have to choose one, but which one will you pick? I'm kind of curious what people will say to that. Me personally, I would say silver. But there's a lot of people that view gold as actual money and silver as more speculation. And if that's the case, I mean, that's an opinion. And I always respect people's opinions. So with that being said, going to wrap the video up here. I thank everybody for watching. If I reply back to your comment, which I will, please neglect if there's any spelling errors or little bleeps, only because I have been using a talk-to-text app that helps me reply back, so I can just push a button, say my answer, and then push another button, and it basically types it all out for me, but I have noticed that sometimes it does misstate words. I should have said that at the beginning, because I had a couple people ask me a question about that. They're like, what? And then I was like, oh, it's a word salad. I'm trying to get into politics, I guess. That's why I have word salads now and then. Needless to say, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe. And if you'd like to become a member, it's only $1.99. We will be doing an event before the month's out, as we do every month, for a really cool prize. And I'm excited to do it. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.